I'm going to tell you guys a story that I only told very, very few people in my life. Growing up, I was never afraid of being myself or ever felt the need that I had to mask my identity. Whenever I had something in my mind, I was never afraid to say it or do it. If people didn't like me for being me, I wasn't bothered. I didn't care. However, growing up in a society that punishes you for challenging the social norms eventually takes a toll on you. One college evening, when school was about to close, I was in my usual quiet place where I could study alone. I was doing my reading when suddenly one girl happened to come and sit in the hallway near me. Got a little distracted by the smell of the food that she was eating, but chose to ignore it and got back to my reading. After a few minutes, she approaches my section to reproach the fact that the sounds that I was making were extremely annoying to her. She demanded me to shut up. And confused, I assured her that they were not intentional, but she didn't care. She proceeded to insult me, to humiliate me, by saying, "Are you stupid? Are 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 you stupid?" She repeated this tirelessly. And with every "are you stupid," I felt more and more powerless. It has been a while since I let someone humiliate me and get away with it. It has also been a while since I felt this immobilizing feeling where I had no words to say to this huge, ignorant bully that thinks it's okay to speak to people this way. Maybe it was the fact that I didn't want my anger getting me in trouble once again, because for some reason, somehow, I always end up getting in trouble. I always end up losing. I always end up in the principal's office, and it never ends well. The next part is blurry in my memory. All I can remember was having my thoughts paralyzed. My body was trembling, and I could hardly feel my limbs. I recall her speaking Portuguese on the phone about this incident. She was proudly blustering the event in my presence as I stood there in disbelief, speaking down to me over the fact that I made a noise that bothered her. She could have easily gotten up and gone somewhere else, but she found it more satisfactory to insult me and crush my self-worth. I didn't know what to do because all I could think about was physically hurting her. Words wouldn't come out. My mind couldn't think of anything remotely intelligent or clever to say back. I might have cursed her at the most, but can't even remember. I was completely frozen. That feeling never went away. I kept playing it in my mind over and over and over again. All the things that I could have said or should have said. And I feel nothing but impotence because she caused me this much harm and got away with it.
I was afraid, but not of her. I was afraid of losing everything that I had worked for. I was afraid of one more time being the person that gets herself into situations like these. I was afraid of not being understood by society one more time. I was afraid of being the one that loses one more time. I was afraid of challenging society norms one more time. I was afraid of letting my voice be heard. That night, I chose to be the bigger person and let her get away with it. Let her be a jerk. But that feeling has not made me feel any better after all these years. I wanted to teach her a lesson. I wanted to be the last person she ever thought of bullying. But I couldn't. Because I was afraid.